So after yesterday's Hindi session experience, I'm getting to feel that we are too back to understand about the ayatanas and the mano, chitta, vinyana. That's what I understood. And especially when Ashutosh asked me a basic question, so I was wondering that after so many years, he has such a question. I can understand anybody else having these questions. So it's fine. So I was telling that getting raped once is okay, but every day getting raped is not okay, but nothing I can do. Okay. So let me enjoy the ride and see what I can do. So basically, I was to cover Visupama Sutta. That gives you a complete walkthrough of what an ayatana can do and how it affects. Okay. Hopefully, you can understand. It's what I can hope, but I'm not too sure that that is going to happen or not. But I hope that people get it. Okay, this is in Samyukta Nikaya 35.238 Visupama Sutta. Asi is snake. So Visa is poison, the poisonous snake, basically. It covers on everything related to six sense bases, not six sense as an indriya, six sense bases. Okay. So we'll take one by one. So he says there are four deadly snakes, vipers, you can consider them. And you have to constantly take care of them. If you don't, they bite. So in fear of not biting, you should take care of them. So these are Patavi Dhatu, Apo Dhatu, Tejo Dhatu, Vayu Dhatu. Now I request everyone to reflect upon this and see, is it like a viper or a snake, deadly snake? Because you have to wash them, you have to dress them, you have to do everything to them, but they may not listen to you. Like in the Patavi Dhatu, you can have stiffness in the body, fractures, pain. In the Apo Dhatu, you might have diarrhea, vomiting, fluid loss, blood getting dirty, etc. Tejo Dhatu, you can have fever, digestion related issues, and aging. Vayu Dhatu is breath and movement. So you can't really say what's going to happen. But you have to take care of them. So this replaces the old argument that if you have body pain, you shouldn't attend to it. Some people get that foolish notion that if they're getting knee pain, they should not address it and keep on saying anicca, 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 and it'll go. No, they are snakes. They're going to bite you. Like I heard one example of somebody in the Hindi group they had gone for a retreat, 60 days, and somebody over there developed piles. And she was bleeding all over, but she was not taken to the doctor because over there they said it is Sankhara which is coming. And that poor lady was in pain for all 60 days. So I don't know why these kind of things exist, especially in India, that they take it so lightly or misunderstand or whatever it is. But I understand what happened to Shreyas as well. So it's the same thing, I believe. I was not surprised. So Buddha says here, you have to take care of these four vipers. So the snakes must be cared for. They are not yours, but still you have to take care. So just saying anicca, anicca, anicca is not going to do anything at all. So if you are going to some retreat and you are in tremendous pain, don't ignore it. Refer to Visupama Sutta and show it to the teacher if possible that this is not the way, or get out from that place which is safer. Okay. Now, he says, knowing this, knowing the danger of this Patvi Dhatu, Apo Dhatu, Tejo Dhatu, Vayu Dhatu, he flees, he runs away from the viper because he doesn't want to be in dukkha. So, number one, when I see my body, this body, I should consider it as snakes. Just like I was telling the other day that when I see someone, I should see them as six senses, as ayatana. I am an ayatana and there is another ayatana which I'm seeing. If that doesn't work, then you have to see it like this. That means in the chitta, there should be a transformation that these four elements are like snake, because you have to take care of them, put them to bed, wake them up, dress them up, everything you have to do. And on top of that, they are not yours. They will not listen to you. The simple analogy of this viper is they always bring in thirst and hunger. They have to keep on refueling it. And they send out waste products from the apertures, from the holes. So you need to have somewhere to dump that. Exhaust pipe on a car or on a motorbike or whatever it is, because the dirt is going to come. So it's carbon. It comes. So now he flees from the viper, which means he has to bring in an urgency, some vigor. That at the earliest, I need to move out of this Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vaya. Clear? This should not come in this doesn't come in Ayatana. This comes in Indriya. Okay, for those people who would like to know where is Indriya Sambara, where is Ayatana, these four Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo way of seeing is in Indriya, because that is where you make symbolization and description. So you see everyone as Patvi Dhatu, Apo Dhatu, Tejo Dhatu, Vayu Dhatu. Okay, so where the change is happening? The change is happening in the chitta. So you need to be clear. From the chitta, this is removed. Not from the ayatana, not from the indriya, but from the chitta. And please remember, it's a chitta which is getting purified, not ayatana, not indriya. Please. If you don't understand these basic things what Buddha taught, then it becomes highly complicated, because you think it's not chitta which is getting purified. Cheto vimukti. This uses that. So you should understand that the mind is getting liberated. What is mind? Mind is chitta. English term mind is chitta. Clear? Then 5 murderers pursue him. They follow him to kill him because he's running away from the snakes. So they are Rupa Upadana Khanda, Vedana Upadana Khanda, Sanya Upadana Khanda, Sankhara Upadana Khanda, and Vinyana Upadana Khanda. So now we come to Ayatana. Ayatana are murderers because they murder the chitta. Clear? So these five khandas you should not be friendly with, even though they are very friendly with you. They will be friendly with you, but you are not supposed to be friendly with them. That means the chitta should not be friendly with the chakku, should not be friendly with the sota, ghana, jivha, kaya, mano, because they are murderers. And then he runs away from the murderers. Okay, how does he get into this murdering? Neso mama is replaced by netam mama is replaced by etam mama. Neso ahamasmi is replaced by eso ahamasmi. Neso name atta is replaced by eso me atta. So the five khandas are my friends. So the chitta, in the chitta, the five murderers becomes the friend. And there is sixth one, which is Nandiraga. This is exactly what Sariputta says in an earlier sutta in Sanyutta Nikaya, that it's not the chakku has a problem, it's not the rupa has a problem, it is the Nandiraga which is appearing has a problem. So this is the sixth assassination person. He doesn't talk, he just executes. So as soon as there is relishing of the sight, relishing of the sound, relishing of the taste, touch, smell, and thought, either positively or negatively, he cuts a person. So because it has coloring, so it's antarachara, inner companion. Antarachara, chara means to move. Antara is internal. This delight is an internal thing, because these five murderers bring along with them a virtual murderer who cannot be seen. So the chitta gets into chuti. Okay. So now who's dying? The chitta. He was not supposed to die, because it is vinyanam, anidassanam, anantam, sabbatopavam. Because of association with Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, and with this five khandas, it has got polluted. Clear? Now he starts fleeing again. He understands this is wrong, because he has seen the danger. So he has understood four elements, five aggregates, Nandiraga is my problem. If this was not enough, this is the crux of the sutta, where is an empty village. So he would see an empty village. So passeya shunyam gamam yanyadeva gharam. Ghara, ghar is in Hindi house. Here also in Pali, ghar means house. Gharam pavisseya ritta kannena va pavisseya tucca kannena va pavisseya shunya kannena va pavisseya yanyadeva bhajanam parimasseya ritta kannena va parimasseya tucca kannena va parimasseya shunya kannena va parimasseya. So he first comes into an empty village. So the six ayatanas are actually empty inside. There's no one resides there. And this is what you need to know. That means even if he has escaped all these three, he comes here where the mirage takes over. The mirage of I. I'm seeing, I'm hearing, I'm tasting, I'm touching, I'm smelling. Why this is happening to me will take over. But it actually empty hollow and void from inside. Whatever he touches, on the 1 second, so whatever he touches, it would seem empty. What does that mean? All the relationships are empty. You don't have anyone. So you will not find a husband. You will not find a wife. You will not find a brother. You will not find a sister. You will not find anyone. But it seems as though somebody is staying there. So basically, these are the 6 internal sense bases. They are empty. Because with that only we are seeing as a person. Like, Aryu is my friend. I can slowly make him my son. I can make him brother. I can make whatever I want because there is nothing inside there. So it's easy to make it. If somebody was really sitting there, you couldn't have made it. Right? So I can say, Aryu, you are like my son. So the moment I say you are like my son, he gets experience of as though he's my son, which is fake. It's not real. Now, will he give me all his money and property and everything? He might, but still it is empty. Because now I will ask him for property, or he will ask my property because he's my son. So he'll say, Madhusudan is your son, but I'm also your son. So why don't you share the property equally among both of us? Because I'm also your son. But it's empty. That relationship is empty from the beginning, not today, from the beginning. So if a child is born, the child is not born. The child has manifested, or the consciousness has got manifested and taken a role as a child or as a son or as a daughter. So basically, I need to understand what is happening. It's not whatever I think it to be. Okay. And then the bandits enter the empty village. Unladder. Okay, ಯಾವತ್ತು ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ? So they enter the empty village. And then what happens? They will plunder. What does that mean? Every moment some sight will come and eat away. Sound will come and eat away. Or I think is eating. Basically, they plunder, they go. They plunder, they go. And nobody can do anything. Now he flees from all the danger and he'll come to a floods and 2 shores. One is a near shore, one is a far shore. Near shore is Sakkaya Ditthi, far shore is Nibbana. So he builds a raft and not take Sakkaya Ditthi route, and he goes into the other shore. Okay. So that's all about as a simile, which talks about the 6 senses as an ayatana, the village which is getting plundered, because there are no residents in that village, like son or daughter or brother or sister or whoever, and the person taking eyes from eyes, sight, sound, taste, or smell. They are robbers, bandits. They come and plunder that empty village. So if I have a friend today, he is plundering me. If I have a wife today, she is plundering me. If I have a husband today, he's plundering me. Like that. Clear? So, 5 murderers, 5 clung to aggregates. Somebody had asked me about aggregates. I don't know why they get so confused. That Patisamutpada is all about aggregates. So they should pay attention and understand that all that we are talking is either Indriya Samvara, which should have really helped. If not, you have to apply Patisamutpada. If both are not working, unfortunately, the person is not meant for this kind of activity. So just leave it. Whatever happens, happens. You're with the murderer, nothing that can be done. You can't be saved from murder. Okay. So we will see everything is empty and all that. So we have already spoken about it. So I don't think so. I need to be again going across and explaining all over again. But I would be happy to explain certain sections if you want from that Visupama Sutta, in case you have not understood about the ayatanas, because that's all about ayatana. Chakka ayatana, Sota ayatana, Ghana ayatana, because they are village. They are not a person in the village. A village is many houses, many roads, many activities, many interactions, many interchanges. So the internal experiences are many. So don't think only one. Okay? It's houses. It's a village. It's not a house. The complete village being ransacked. That means whole network of sensory activity is what Buddha is talking about. And what makes a village? Because people live there, people own houses, people work there, people interact there, and hence it's called as a village. Now, my village is Vilas. My village name is Vilas. So there are things which are happening as an activity over there. But the inhabitants have run away. That's what he says. What does that mean? It means the father has run away, the son has run away, the friend has run away, the teacher has run away, because these are our just naming conventions. They really don't have anything. Okay? And hence, Yanyadeva Gharam Pavisseya, whatever house he entered, house 1 is eyes, house 2 is ear, house 3 is nose, house 4 is tongue, house 5 is body, house 6 is mind. Wherever it enters, wherever that bandits enter, they're going to plunder the 6 internal senses because there's nothing there. There are no residents. Okay. Now, shunya shouldn't be considered as annihilation. This is empty of what belongs to self. Shunyam midam attena va attaniyena va. That you should understand. Shunyata here doesn't mean anything other than shunyamidam attena va attaniyena va. Anything that is called as self or considered belonging to a self. So the eye exists, but it doesn't belong to a self. The ear exists, but it doesn't belong to a self, like that. Yanyadeva bhajanam parimasya. Bhajanam is vessel. So whatever is being touched, because houses have structures, vessels are the contents and functions. I'm functioning as a husband, I'm functioning as a wife, functioning as a daughter, functioning as a son, functioning as an employee, functioning as an employer. None of them is real. So whatever experience I'm getting as father, brother, sister, this, that, is empty because they don't exist. So then ordinary perception is my son, my wife, my this, my that. But here, there is no my. Netam mama, neto ahamasmi, neso name atta. Okay. So the empty village is a designation for 6 internal sense bases, and the bandits are 6 external sense bases, as in ayatana. Shunyo gamoti ko bhikkhave cha netam ajjakatanam ayatananam adivachanam. That's the reason I took this sutta. Because people don't know ayatana. In fact, I got one comment on YouTube. What is ayatana? My goodness. I'm thinking of committing suicide after this session because now I'm feeling feverish of explaining the same thing in different ways again and again, and I don't know what should I do. And somebody has put ayatan means, I don't know what to say. So if you don't find me tomorrow here, you don't have to get surprised, because after this session, in the night session, I will see if that problem exists, and then I will either switch off this session for few months or I will commit suicide, because I don't think so I'm making any sense at all. I think because people have been so immersed in the cushion meditation that they have not understood the basic teachings. That's what I feel. Anyway, so he says, Chakkuto chepi nambhikave pandito byatto medhavi upapakarati. So an intelligent person will watch it. Upa parikatti. Parikhattana means is to investigate. He looks at what is there in the eyes and he finds there is nothing. Rittaka, tuchaka, shunya. So then he says, Neta mama, neto ahamasmi. Sorry, neso ahamasmi, neso name atta. Why? Because in every life I'll get these 6 ayatanas. They are not mine. The chitta is struggling. So why don't I purify the chitta? That's the best thing. And that's exactly what he does. So then comes chittanupassana. I feel so sorry for those people who have gone to the Satipatthana courses and they have learned nothing about it. It's so sad. Maybe they misunderstood or understood or partially misunderstood. I don't know, whatever it is. But when I speak to people about chittanupassana, they have no idea what the anupassana part of it, number one. Number two, they don't even know why these 16 make sense. They make it everything to feelings, and feeling has got nothing to do with chitta at all. Meaning, The feeling, Vedana, is both Kaya and Chetasika. You can't exclude it and make it as Dhamma, saying that Chitta is related to Dhamma and Kaya is related to Vedana and make some potch thing. And when that happens, when somebody short circuits like this, I think I'm going to get these kind of questions which are so crazy. And I find it strange to understand that how can this happen? How can this magic happen? Anyway, so what should happen when we practice? Not again with that cushion thing, is lets go of appropriation, ownership, conceiving manyana, and self-making. If that is working, then the chitta will not be conditioned. It becomes unconditioned, and hence it is called as cheto vimukti. Okay, that's it. Short session. I'm saving my energy for the night. All clear? There are 13 others on the call who are as a P, M, P, T, and all of that numbers or alphabets. Oh, good. So in the night, if they ask question, I'm going to break their bones now. Because the same people attend in the night and ask brilliant question. So now they'll not even ask a question. So you can ask, don't worry. So we'll see. Should I end then? There's nothing, then I'm also done with this Visupama Sutta. So you should know six senses as a base, not as sixth sense as an faculty. Faculty is the building, and ayatana is where the experience is happening. So be clear on this. HOD, head of department, is in a building called as I. HOD of a year is in a building called as year. And HOD can decide whom to be sent, whom should not be sent for experience. And that's Indriya Samvara. It's up to the HOD to decide. And the owner is chitta. So the workers are ayatana. So if they are not properly fed with information, they will eat something which proves costly to the faculty and the chitta. It's not that chitta is permanent. No, we're not talking about impermanent, permanent, or anything like that. First and foremost, you need to know there the chitta gets colored by these 16 of them as raga, dvesha, moha, vita raga, vita dosa, vita moha, sankita, vikita, mahagata, amahagata, like that. Okay? All good? No questions? Sure? You've understood this time before I commit suicide? Okay, then I don't have anything more. We can end the thing very early today. Shall I end? I have no problem in staying or ending. Both are okay with me. Go ahead, Ariel. You seem to be thinking, should you or shouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't have a burning question, but for the sake of keeping it alive for a little longer, I just have a small question. I guess the insight I get, I guess it's why Buddha used these as very fearful things. Is that you have to start developing, perception of them being dangerous for you to really wish to move on to the other side. So you have to develop that perception.
Basically, you have to come out of ayatanas, the field of experience. So what happened is the pure Dhamma.net took it to the extreme side of it, saying that ayatana itself is defilement. Not so. The defilements enter into the ayatana, but by its own nature is not defiled. Whatever May had sent, that page, post of Lal Pinnaduwage talks about ayatana itself is defiled. No, ayatana is not defiled. There are a lot of suttas where Sariputta explains that they are not defiled. They are defiled by the asavas, which flows. I is not a problem, nor the rupa is a problem. The appropriation is the problem. And the appropriation is happening because of Chanda Raga, which is Nandi Raga, which is what Buddha says in this sutta, Asi Visupama Sutta. And Sariputta puts it as Chanda Raga.
I think you've talked about this before, but could you briefly explain this difference between this Ritta, this Tucca, and Shunya, or Asara?
What do you think it is? Ritta means? How much do you understand Ritta?
I thought it doesn't have anything inside.
Yes. And does I has something inside? If you were to see, when I say I've seen Golden Gate, does it have anything there as Golden Gate appearing?
No, I guess how I usually see is it's like a skin. It's just just a metal.
No, you're complicating it. Just think about, just look at, we went to Golden Gate Bridge. We indeed saw Golden Gate Bridge. But is there anything in Golden Gate Bridge which we can carry it home?
No.
No. Even the photograph what we took, can we take it home?
Yes.
How? How do you take it home? It's there in the camera, but you can't take it home.
You can show it to your friend.
But you can't take it home. You can't bed with it.
Yeah, you can bed with the camera.
No, the camera doesn't have anything unless you open that photograph. And photograph is in that. In that phone has a photograph. But what about you having a photograph? The basic aim of taking a photograph was to have with you, but it is there in the camera or it's there in the phone.
Yeah, someone can sleep with the picture, or
how? Yes, he will be sleeping on the canvas, but where does it lead him? Nowhere. Let's say I print 6 by 3, 6 feet this way, 3 feet Golden Gate Bridge where I'm standing, and I sleep on that. Still, it's empty. Rittaka. Why? I can't take it home. Can I carry your house to my home? Can I carry Sleeper Avenue to my home?
But even for me, living here, I have to see the Rittaka.
Yeah, you are, because you were in Los Altos. Now that no longer exists. All your experiences of Los Altos, where we used to sit and talk in that on the backside, where we have spent most of the time on Skype, no longer exist.
But are you implying that when the experiencing is happening, it's not Ritta?
What's that?
But are you implying that when I was in that experience,
it was not at all there? It was Aritta. You are thinking it was there. It's a misunderstanding that it is there. So the eyes, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind gives a false impression in the ayatana that something has got dumped there. And you try to, just like, mail which never arrives. Like, there's a mailbox and I every day go and check anything arrived, but nothing arrives in that mail. And yours and mine, 2019 and 20 experience and 21 experience is something like that. Rittaka. Can you go back to that experiences and claim to be yours?
No. Yeah, but the examples you're giving are mostly something in the past that cannot be held.
Yeah, right now also, we started at 8:30, now it is 9:13 here. All those experiences are not there any longer. If you say there is, then there's something you need to do. Because that means that the five senses have the murderers. Five murderers have taken you over. Five khandas. Tuchaka is hollow. All our experiences from childhood till today is hollow. There's nothing in there. Because they don't stay with you. And shunya, void of existence. What does that mean? There's no owner. It just seems to be like that's the reason I give this example of rear view mirror. It seems like it is there, but none of that is true. I'm not saying it was not there, it was there, but it just goes.
How is hollow different from empty inside? How to see it?
There's a lot of difference there. Rittaka is the experience itself is empty. Tuchaka is that you can't even consider it to be a real experience because it's hollow of that experience. Shunya is void of anything there.
I guess hollow in my dictionary is similar to empty inside.
Not much of a difference, but you should experience that. So then you can put these three, Rittaka, Tuchaka, and Shunya. Otherwise, you will be literally searching for a dictionary meaning and they all seems the same. That's a problem with language. But when you really see as it is, then there is a huge difference between Ritta and Tucha. Tucha is insubstantial, actually, not hollow. There's no substance. All relationships don't have any substance, Aryu. If it was true, then you wouldn't have divorced.
Yeah, I think in the past you explained Tucha once as like the Tucha Potila. It's not worth it. It's not worth anything.
Not worth it, right? Insubstantial means not worth it. Not worth for the effort you're putting. Like, I want to become an American is Tucha. Not worth it. Why? Because it's only the passport which changes. It's a document. But you can't be an American at all. Because there is no you to be an American. Like now you're a Chinese. Now, but you are an American. So they can call you a Chinese American. But neither you're a Chinese nor an American. How did they know that you're a Chinese? Because you're born in Guangzhou or some other place in China. And how you're an American? Because you've been working in America and you've got your citizenship of America. But that's all documentation. So it is Tucha Ritta, and Shunya. All the three. Isn't it or not? Why? Ritta, can you find American inside you? No. It's tuchya. It's insubstantial or not worth it. Why? When you, with this Ritta itself, it's empty except for the document. What else? See, tell me one thing, Ari. What's the difference between Gonzalo and California? Nothing. Now, if you're going to China in the next few weeks, you're there. What difference do you find? Nothing.
Yeah, from Shenzhen to just.
Yes, you are doing the same eating, sleeping, going here, there, sitting, chatting with your students, etc. That's all what you're doing. Now also you're doing the same thing. Isn't that Ritta? Is there anything that you're finding there between Mountain View and then Shenzhen? No, it's just label. But when you go to Shenzhen, do you find anything called that place anywhere? Can you take Shenzhen and come home? Oh, I took Shenzhen. Can you? Now, when you're going from Mountain View to Shenzhen, can you carry Mountain View for your mother? A piece of Mountain View? Because that doesn't exist. And hence it is Ritta, Tuchya, insubstantial, not worth it. And Shunya. If I consider I'm an American, all the three applies. If I consider I'm an Indian, all the three applies. Like Neeru is here, she moved from India to Canada. Now she's Canadian. So what has changed? Nothing. While she was here, she was cooking. In Ontario also, she's cooking. In India also, she was reading or doing something. In Ontario also, she's reading or doing something. In India also, she was driving. And here also, she's driving. What changed? It's insubstantial. There's nothing there. And hence tuchya, not worth it. What if she consider herself to be Canadian? And that's a bandit. Now they plunder the village. Same thing with politics. I have to take one party and hate the other party. What if there were no party in the first place? That's truth. Because there's nothing there. It's just made up. Republicans are made up. Democrats are made up. There is no Republican as a person who can be taken home. Like the John Denver song. Even if he sings West Virginia, can he take it home? He's singing Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River, all that is fine. But is he taking it home? He's singing, he's saying, country roads take me home to the place. I belong West Virginia. Mountain Mama, take me home. What does that mean? It's all the three, Ritta, Tuchya, and Shunya. Because he can't find it. He can't find Colorado. Colorado is a name. Mountain Springs is a name. Denver is a name. Where is it? Show me. You'll not find. It's just a sanya, a mirage, which never can be found. And hence Buddha says, sanya is like a mirage. Maricha upamancha sanya, because you will never find at all. So what you find is rittaka, empty, hollow. Actually, if you put hollow also can be for rittaka, like what you rightly said in English, or devoid of anything. That's all maximum we can do. But actually, ritta means something you can take it home. You can't. Even your school life experience, you can't take it home, Harry. Can you take your school experience? In fact, Luke is going now to school. When you were in the school, you never had Luke. Isn't it Ritta, Tucha, and Shunya, your school life? Because now you are a parent and you are sending your son to a school. Now, after a few years, he'll forget all about it and he becomes a parent, and then you become a grandfather, and then he does the same thing. He says, "Hey, dad, I'm dropping my son to the school, so why don't you come later?" Which school? What school? If you go inside the school, do you find school? No, that's the thing. That's how it is fooled. Hmm.
Yeah, I guess even if you're foolish enough and while in the experience you cannot see it's written, but as soon as the eyes close, it's up there.
Not only eyes, it's all the six senses. So it gives you a false notion that you're enjoying or suffering. They both are fake. See, now we have done 4 meditation retreats or bhavana retreats from April. All those people arrived and they left. Can I hold on to anyone? No. They all are gone. Can I say they'll come back again? They may or may not. Should I take them home? Can I take them home? Forget the issue of should I? Can I? I can't take them home. Can I take December 2023, 24 experience home with you? No. Can you take it home? You might remember, that's fair, but you can't take it home. There's a difference between taking it home, that is the house. Can you take it to the house? No, it's empty. This house, Ariu, is empty. Even my energy is not there. It just stood for 21 days. As opposed to Brisbane house, which is still there. I think it'll stay for 1 year. I think, I don't know, because Shenil also is there, so it sticks. So
He himself can charge it, right? I mean,
partially, yes. If we both were to sit together, we will make it a fun deal. So Bobby can be enjoying that place. I think we should ask Bobby. Anyway, Bobby cannot speak now. He is in retreat. He can only listen. But when he comes back, and we should ask Bobby about what is the state of energy level in that home. That'll, even let's say it's there, it's temporary. It goes away. So what should happen? Again, I and Shaniel have to meet and do it all over again. But it is Rittaka, Tuchaka, Shunya. Because it's not my energy or Shaniel's energy. It's energy is energy. You're just harvesting it. It's just like you can harvest anything you want. It's not yours. Okay, so that's it. Any others? Any other people wanted to talk? Otherwise, I presume that you have understood. That's the only thing I can do. No questions? Good. Then we end. Sure. 3, 2, 1. Sure. Before I cut the call. Okay, good. If you have understood. If you have not understood, GTH. I can't do anything beyond this. Okay, anyway. Good day and good night and good afternoon. Bye-bye.